Hey guys, got a new knife that I just recently got that I want to go over. It's the CRKT Pilar, also known as the Pilarge or Pilarge. Um, this knife's overall length is 6.625 inches. The blade is 2.625 inches, and the blade's thickness is 150 thou, which is pretty thick for this short blade. Um, but I like it. It's got that chopper look to it, chopper feel, and with those ergonomics, it's just kind of all around perfect when it comes to being a chopper knife. The width of the blade is 1 inch, and this is 8CR13 MOV. I got the cheaper steel. This was an impulse buy for me, so I wasn't planning to get it. It's been on my list, but I wasn't exactly in the market for it at the moment. I originally went into the knife shop to go pick up my Griptilian. It had just been sharpened, but I saw this one, and for 40 bucks, I just said why not. I probably should have waited to get the one in D2 for only about $10-15 more, but I'm not mad at this knife. I mean, for a budget knife, for being $40 and what it's capable of, I don't think it's too bad. I know there's some other knives in this price range that are probably better, like the Rat 1 or 2, the Kershaw Highball, and just some, a couple other knives that you can get in D2, or even Oz 8, which is a little bit better than 8CR. But anyways, this is a sheep's foot style, maybe like a little bit modified. Flat grind with satin finish and plain edge. The handle's 4 inches, and the handle's thickness is 0.44 inches. This comes in at a 3.52 ounces, and it's a frame lock construction. Right now I have it tip down, but I'm going to switch it to tip up, so you can have it either way, right-handed of course. It's got G10. I had wished that they had a little bit better fit and finish on this G10 on some areas around it, which you probably won't be able to see. Yeah, I can't really. Maybe like right here, you can kind of see that white, little bit of white on the edges of the G10. I just wish they had smoothed it out a little bit on the insides, on certain spots. It's got a little bit of a roughness to it. I think they could have smoothed it down a little just for a nicer fit and finish. It's not bad, but it could be a little bit better. But being a $40 knife, you pay for what you get, basically. Also, and I've seen other people note this as well, but on mine, it's got this small little gap right here between the back spacer and the G10 handle. It's very minimal, maybe about a half of a thousandth, but even that small increment is enough for me to kind of be a little bothered by it. I've worked in quality control for several years, and I have high standards when it comes to quality. So when I see that, I kind of get a little, just bothered. But I can't complain too much. Like I said, it's a $40 knife. If I wanted high quality, I would obviously buy a more expensive and better knife. It's a manual flipper. It's on Teflon washers. Probably not the best. Maybe they could have used phosphor bronze washers to make it smoother. I've heard of other people complaining about the action not being smooth enough. but for my knife, I think it came pretty smooth. Um, I'm left-handed, so that's why I wasn't able to do it that well the first time. But when I used, my dominant hand, I have no problem opening it. Mine's pretty smooth. It takes a couple days to smooth out. Um, I've seen other people dismantle the knife, clean it up, and makes the action so much better, even with the Teflon washers. But I would have liked to see them use phosphor bronze. Um, but I'm planning on just opening it, cleaning it, and seeing if the action smooths out even more, if it is working better. Um, I kind of am planning to get phosphor bronze washers, but I'm not sure. Maybe you guys can tell me if they're better, if you would recommend it, and what you prefer. I mean, I've seen the arguments. Some people say one is better or the other. Um, I know that Teflon over time might break down or get gritty or something, whereas the phosphor bronze will smooth out and get better and better as the knife is opened. But my knife came pretty good aside from those little quality things that I complained about. Everything is right and tight. Knife is perfectly centered. Came out sharp, just real sharp, even for being as thick of a stock as that is. Um, no thumb stud since it's got this hole. But another thing that I have a little issue with is how sharp it is in here. So when you're opening it, it can kind of dig into your finger, your thumb a little bit. You can spy flick it open, which I really wouldn't recommend doing until you get the knife, nice and smooth with the action. Because it's just gonna, like I said, it's gonna dig into your thumb and your middle finger even more than the thumb. But once it smooths out, it's a lot better. It feels a lot better. But yeah, those are just some of the things that I've had an issue with. But now it's doing a lot better now that it's been worked out. The ergonomics on this knife are just hands down some of the best I've ever felt in a knife. They're just flat out beautiful. This knife just fits so well in your hand. It's just so comfortable, and as soon as you have it in your hands, it just wants to do work. But I'll do a quick comparison to some other knives I got. Here is the leak. So the leak is a little bit bigger, and I got a couple of new knives today actually that came in the mail today. This is the Kershaw tone, and I'm just gonna use these to compare it. I've been buying some of the discontinued Kershaw knives, so these are some of the cheaper ones that I have bought, and this one's the compound by Kershaw as well. This thing's got a really nice action on it. And this knife came out super sharp too. So there's a quick comparison between them all. Obviously the Pilar, even for being the large, is much smaller than the rest of them. But like I said, for its small size, it makes up with fantastic ergonomics with that 4-finger choil, and it's just a really solid knife. I know some people complain about how thick the blade stock is, but I actually like it. I mean, for this type of knife, being a chopper, you kind of want that, or at least I do. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say for this. Like I said, let me know what you think about phosphor bronze versus Teflon, and if you think I should change them out. But please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching my video.